This is the Mezco 112 John Constantine, and man, where do I even start? This guy comes with everything in the kitchen sink, and that's not even going into his aesthetic. There's a lot going on here, so let's not waste time. Let's start with just like any other Mezco, this guy is decked out in a full suit of soft goods clothing. The shirt, jacket, trousers, and tie all seem to be made with a decent amount of care, though there's a couple of loose threads that take away from the feeling of quality. The shirt does a good job at communicating the rough and scruffy hero John is with his loosened collar and half untucked shirt. The jacket has some nice fabric details, and these nice raised button patterns too. They're a good touch. The shoes and the belt are the only clothing items that are plastic and feature appropriate detail work with silver paint on the shoe zipper and buckle. Both the jacket and the tie can be removed for your needs, but they're the only pieces that are intended for such a function. I can already hear King Shark smashing away at his keyboard in rage.
Oh, bollocks is my ex.
You and Harley? Gross.
Do I look mad?
The base head is sculpted really well. I especially love how the waves of the hair are done. He features a wide-eyed stare. Looks like he's definitely seen some shit. There's nice paintwork going on with his 5 o'clock shadow and red going around his eyes to portray a sense of dishevelment. His other heads also carry a similar motif. And speaking of the other heads, let's look at There is an eye-watering amount of things here. Just an obscene pile of accessories. Enough to make any Marvel Legends fan weep. Let's begin with the alternative heads. Along with the normal head, he comes with a smiling head, a battered smiling head, and a battered neutral. Man, he looks like my soul after watching Guardians 3. The sculpt and the paintwork here are outstanding, with small cuts and bruised cheeks adding a lot of character and options for posing. Moving on, this fella comes with a boatload of hands. He comes with fists, relaxed hands, trigger hands, open hands, 2 sets of grabbing hands, playing card hands, and a gripping hand. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. As for the other accessories, oh boy, you're gonna enjoy this. He comes with a chainsaw, an open and closed lighter, a cross, a sword, a spooky looking dagger, a repeater with a movable sight and hinge, flame effects, magic effects for each arm, 3 lit cigarettes, 3 smoke effects, a bag of unlit cigarettes, and a stand. Now, that was a bloody mouthful. And speaking of, all 4 heads here are able to hold cigarettes in their mouths like so. But do keep in mind that repeated use of this gimmick will cause the mouth to open, all leaving a piece in there for a long time, as suggested on this piece of paper. All of these accessories are sculpted and painted damn well, though I suggest being delicate with the repeater, open lighter, and cigarettes. But yeah, all of these accessories are pretty nice, but how's the actual figure? How does he pose against the soft goods? Well then, let's go and look at. His head and neck are able to move well with a double ball peg. He's able to get into some great positions with these 2 working together. His arms, on the other hand, are pretty limited due to the shirt, and they're even more so when the jacket is on. His arms can't even lift past a 90-degree angle. His bicep swivel can be used to full effect, but it is tricky. You'll have to fight the soft goods to get full range of it. He comes with double jointed elbows, which work fantastically when his jacket's off, but not so much when it's on. The wrist pegs are great too, having good movement, and there's little wobble when you have the hands on. His chest is okay with a somewhat decent forward and back, but with great side to side. His rotation is pretty good against the shirt too. His legs are probably the most surprising aspect of this guy. Their range is pretty great going outwards and forwards, but the movement going back is pretty much non-existent. His double jointed knees are done well with great range, and his ankles are just okay. He's got alright rocker, but you're getting barely nothing when he goes forward or back. His jacket and tie are also posable, with even the coat strap being bendable too, which is a nice touch. Overall, I'm pretty surprised with this guy considering soft goods being a possible problem. The only time they really get in the way is when I'm posing the arms with the jacket on. It's a bollock if I'm being honest, but I was expecting much worse. Now, let's see how this guy stands with others in... This guy scales pretty well with Marvel Legends, standing decently with the Anniversary Captain America and Iron Man. As for other scales, of course he's going to look a little bit out of place with a McFarlane or Figure Arts. Though I do like how he looks with this SH Figure Arts Wonder Woman. And here's one more just for you guys. Here he is next to our 1000 Toys Dante, and a Mafex Episode 3 Darth Vader. I won't lie, it would be pretty cool to see these guys team up one day. But in conclusion, this figure is a standout on the shelf. The paint and the sculpt work here are of the highest quality, and the soft goods are done nicely. Everything here comes together to bring a great plastic representation of John with a full suite of accessories that can be used by lots of other figures too. There's lots of crossover, which I really do appreciate considering the price of this guy. Do I think you should buy this? Well, maybe.